So once again, welcome you all for this session. So today it's a very interesting topic, as we all know very well about the basics of internet, the evolution of internet. Since we are in the 2025, uh, everybody, we are within the hand of internet, not internet in our hand. We are in the we are in internet's hand. Is it right? Because without having the internet, we cannot live in the world in a single minute. Am I right? For example, suppose we are in a smartphone in our hand, so there are lots of social medias are available there right now. So all these things are running through the internet only. So without the internet connection, we cannot open any one of our social media network. Okay, for example, suppose the server may be slow down, or sometimes very rarely, like some social media network are slow down throughout the world or throughout the country. The next day, otherwise the same day, it will be uh, in the hot news, otherwise it will be in the highlighted in everyday's news. Because without this internet, we cannot do anything right now. That is the main thing. That is the main uh, that is the importance of the internet, how the internet is ruling every human being's daily life. Okay, so today we are going to see something about the introduction to the internet and the evolution, how the internet has evolved in this decade. Okay, so normally it is a massive global system. Suppose when we are talking about the internet, it is a massive global system of interconnected computer network. So all the computers are connected, which means a interconnection through the network using the TCP/IP protocol. So here the term TCP/IP protocol, then the World Wide Web. So all those things we will see in the lecture. Okay, but in the internet, the concept of internet, it is a massive global system of interconnected some computer network. There is different networks are available there. More number of networks are available there through the network. Okay, so some of the networks are interconnected with the system, uh, with the physical and digital infrastructure linking. Okay, so based on this only the internet have evolved, and the internet ruling the entire world. So here we are using the TCP/IP protocols to communicate the system, as well as to sharing the information between the devices. Using this TCP/IP protocol only, the internet will be functioning to communicate each other and to share the information between each other. So how this TCP/IP protocol will functioning, which means to access this TCP/IP protocol with the service of World Wide Web, www. Okay, whenever we are entering the URL, the URL must start with the www dot, whatever website we are given, whatever URL we are given, So the HTTP followed by the www, which means the World Wide. The World Wide Web thoroughly run based on the internet concept. Okay, so this is the first thing. The first thing, how the internet evolved in the past 60 or 70 years. Okay, so that is the evolution of the internet. There are 5 different evolution status, the basis of internet. Okay, the first one, the very beginning, the stages of 1960s. Okay, we had seen that ARPANET. So basically in the 1960s, the main thing, the US Department of Defense, they need to communicate each other. When the defense force, mainly the defense force, during the war timing, otherwise during this kind of communication between the soldiers or the mob of people. Okay, they uses this kind of a networking connection. Okay, so that's what the ARPANET in 1960s, the ARPANET, which is funded by the US Department of Defense, the Defense Department of US, which is funded the ARPANET very first. So based on this only, the internet will evaluate, will grow slowly day by day. The first network connecting computers for research purpose after they founding the US Department of Defense, they founding that the first networking computers for research purpose. So this is the first one, that is the ARPANET. So not only in this ARPANET, so after that there are several networking, and as well as different kinds of communication which was made in the defense as well as the security level purpose. So here the term ARPANET, which means the agency network, which agency means the Advanced Research Projects Agency network, the Advanced Research Projects Agency network. So this Advanced Research Projects Agency network was the world first operational packet switching computer network. So in the 1960s, the first packet switching network was started by, otherwise was evaluated by the US Department of Defense. Okay. So the first message, which means the first packet switching message which was communicated between two different devices in the stages of 1969. Okay, so that is called a low network message, otherwise which is sent by a research institute. That is the first one. Then after 1970s, only the different types of protocols were standardized. So based on the protocol only, we can communicate each other through the internet. For that, mainly we have defined two different kinds of protocol. Number one is TCP, another one which is called IP. So TCP, already we know that, transmission control protocol, and the next one, internet protocol. So without this TCP IP protocols, we cannot communicate each other through any network, because only the TCP IP protocols is the standardized communication between different kinds of devices. So that's what here clearly we are mentioning. The TCP IP standardized the communication between different computers, different systems, different devices, different communicating people. So it allows different users like multiple networks to interconnect. So more number of network we can interconnect with the TCP IP protocol. Suppose I may be sitting here in Tamil Nadu, someone will sitting in outside of India, someone may be sitting in Australia, or someone may be sitting in UK or some other else. Okay, so people, they are sitting in different places with different network. Okay, so all the network, they are connected with their internet through the different types of TCP and IP protocols. So without this kind of protocols, this kind of TCP and IP, we cannot easily communicate through the internet. Okay, so the next one, third one, which is called 1980s, we are having the next evaluation of the internet, which is called the expansion. The expansion is a development of some personal computers. During the stage only, the computers, like a personal computers, growth was increased slowly. Before that, they have used some mainframe computers, like that only they have used. During the stages of 1980s, okay, the expansion of some personal computers. So based on this personal computer, we can send different communications through email services. So based on this email services, people, they have to connect each other. We have to send message between one to another. We have to transfer something to some another. So here the email services and early network, which is called NSF net, which is called National Science Foundation Network. National Science Foundation Network, they have founded how the people communicate each other with different network from different places. That is, we can use different kinds of mail. For that, nowadays we are having a more number of service providers are available there when the evaluation of the expansion. Then the 1990s, the popularly World Wide Web was developed. We know very well the name the popular name, which is the World Wide Web, which is invented by Tim Berners-Lee. Many of the basic level questions, we can see this kind of invented people like World Wide Web, like who is the father of C, like that, you know. So here the main thing, the World Wide Web, which is invented by Tim Berners-Lee. So why we using this one means, so we can access any kind of pages using this World Wide Web with your internet. Okay, so with your internet. So the main thing is using this www, which means the World Wide Web. We have to access your page with browsers, which means the web browser. So without the web browser, we cannot get your pages clearly. Okay, so for that we are having different types of web browsers, and some search engines are available there. So 1990s, the evolution of internet moves to the next level, which invented a new World Wide Web, which means the browser, we are getting different browsers. Based on this from the browser, we can choose our web pages randomly. And the last one, in the 20th century, in the year of 2000 to at present, we are having some high-speed broadband and wireless. Nowadays, we are using a very high-speed internet in our places. Now, even in our home only, we can get different service provider with different high-speed internet connections, like a broadband connection. So like that we are having. So right now we are having higher MBPS of in and outbound of your data transmission. Okay, so all those things are evaluated, and which will be identified by different service providers. So within a place you can connect each other easily. Suppose to maybe a mobile network, suppose we can take it as a mobile network, we can go for 5G or 6G. Okay, so there are 5 different kinds of generation. Next it will move to the next 6th generation. Okay, so the high speed broadband and internet and wireless connection, which will be evolved, which will be grow in the 2000, which means 20th century. It is a massive global network of interconnected computer network. It is the definition of internet. Then it connects a billions of computing devices worldwide. Then it enables some communication and data exchange using a standard set of rules. So this is the basic. This is the basics of internet. and and also we get seen something about the evaluation, like what are all the evaluation stages in internet. Okay, we'll see in the next session.